Namaskaram everyone, welcome to this news update for Hinduism Now Global Press. Many of you may have heard of this story in the news recently, and so this is a story of Mohammed Ijaz, 23 machete attacks to his Hindu wife, sexually assaulted, blackmailed, treated like a dog. He was married 14 years with 3 children. Mohammed Ijaz so the report is Mohammed Ijaz in Karnataka stabbed his wife Apoorva Puranik 23 times with a machete as revenge for leaving him after she found out about his other marriage. Mohammed Ijaz was already married and had 3 children, and when Apoorva discovered this lie, she sought a divorce. The gruesome incident took place in the Gadag district of Karnataka on Thursday, March 10th. The attack was so gruesome, many news reported Apoorva was already dead. As we see in this tweet, look at this. This attack was so brutal that many media reported that she was killed. For example, here, yesterday Mohammed Ijaz brutally killed Arfa Bano Apoorva in Gadag, Karnataka. Allegedly, Ijaz lied and told Apoorva that he works as an auto driver in his free time as he was pursuing his education. Apoorva, against her family's wishes, married Ijaz in 2018, converted to Islam, changed her name to Arfa Bano, and started following wearing a burqa and hijab. Apoorva, who is a Brahmin, also started consuming meat and completely abandoned her Hindu traditions after she was duped and converted. Later, Apoorva discovered Ijaz had lied to her and was already married and had fathered 3 children. She moved into her parents' residence in Gadag district along with her 2-year-old son and filed for divorce. Allegedly, in a fit of rage, Ijaz chased and stabbed, sliced, hacked, cut, repeatedly and brutally sliced Apoorva 23 times with a large machete weapon. If you look in the upper right corner, you can see her mouth is completely cut open and she has several large gashes all across her face. On the upper left corner picture, you can see her armor is almost severed. What kind of person could do this? Her face and mouth was terribly sliced in many places, as her limbs were attempted to be amputated in places. Extremely gruesome and brutally attacked by her so-called husband to his so-called wife by a so-called married man. In a moving video testimony from the hospital, Apoorva Puranik said, "Please marry within your Hindu dharma and not outside that, because their sanskar is different and our sanskar is different. It doesn't match at all. If you witness any small changes in your society, inform your parents. Do not fear that they will make you quit your education, or else you will face the same fate as me. Please trust no one other than your parents. Saving life should be your first priority," she added. She also said Hindu women should not fall into the trap of men faking them to marry outside Sanatana Hindu Dharma. There is no one anywhere telling any Hindus. So a question to Hindus out there, is there anyone? There's no one anywhere telling any Hindus, any place ever, to go cut non-Hindus to pieces for any reason whatsoever, especially not over marriage, and not with any religious ties to duties or killing because of religion. Hindus do not, never would, and actually never could do this. Hindus, you have to treat Gomata as your very mother, in fact. You cannot go out in a violent rage. You have to support the Hindu ecosystem, the Enlightenment tradition. Only you running away from it and supporting secularism to cut your women to pieces is a fate that is chosen. Only living and strengthening the Enlightenment ecosystems of Sanatana Hindu Dharma can bring a solution to anyone. Criminal, negligent Hindus, you should not think raping your mother, Sanatana Hindu Dharma, for all the good things and leaving her to a secular death and to die will bear fruit for you or for anyone else. This is the tree that gave you the fruit called life. Learn to water the tree and keep it alive for the next generation, to save the planet Earth and for your personal reasons. You criminally negligent Hindus, arrogant, irreverent, violent, and greedy lifestyle is responsible for everything related to Hinduism getting wiped out. Everything means everything. There's no one else to blame. Hindus turning your back on Hinduism is the problem. The world's oldest living, only ancient Enlightenment civilization existed because people lived it and practiced it. Turning yourself into secular leaves you with secular problems. Apoorva's video statements allegedly reveal Ijaz had first sexually assaulted her and recorded the act, which he used as a tool to blackmail her for marriage and threatened to hurt her and her mother. This reported by Commune Mag. She said, "When I agreed to the marriage, he asked me to convert. I had to sign on all documents as I had no choice. I must say this is nothing but love jihad. Even after marriage, he was not taking care of me. I was brainwashed. I didn't even listen to my parents. It is safe to marry within Hindu Dharma as our Sanskar traditions. It is different from others. It is difficult to get adjusted to other traditions. If we want to uphold and protect our cultures and traditions, we should marry within our own community, and we will also be safe." Apoorva was also a very highly educated person. Apoorva also said that Ijaz forced her to cook and consume meat after their marriage and treated her like a dog after she delivered a baby. Ijaz used to feed non-veg to my baby forcibly. Only after my marriage, I came to know he was married for 14 years to his first wife. Now moving to, how do Hindus view women? So we're seeing this is Apoorva from the hospital bed telling these things to people and having these reports of her. This was the path that Apoorva followed. This is where she was found. And these are the things that she is telling. That she was treated like a dog, that she found out that this person was previously married and had children, that she was forced to sign documents, and she was sexually molested and blackmailed, her and her mother, and her baby was force-fed non-veg, etc., etc. So she's saying, and then when she confronted her so-called husband about the unknown marriage and children, this is what happened to her. What kind of a husband from anywhere could do anything like this to any woman, let alone wife, etc.? So now let's take a quick look, and not even a quick look, let's take an extended look at how Sanatana Hindu Dharma views women. You want to say that all religions are same and secularism, any Hindu, you can just bow your head to the secular instruction and say, yes, let me turn my back on Sanatana Hindu Dharma. Everything will end up just the same. No problem. Everything is the same. Let's see. Let's take an extended look at how Sanatana Hindu Dharma in the scriptures. All Hindus are sworn not only to treat Gomata as your very mother itself, but women themselves also. The unique contributions of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, the oldest living civilization for the possibility of enlightenment of beings on this planet. Number one is feminine consciousness, Devi worship, Shakti Puja, Shakti Sampradaya, the science of Nijavatara, gods and goddesses taking form of human, science of Archavatara, gods and goddesses taking form of the deity. This is how Sanatana Hindu Dharma treats your women and worships women. There's a difference. In Hindu tradition, earth is not geography, it is a biology, a living being and worshipped as a female. Bhudevi herself, the earth planet itself, is worshipped as a divine incarnation of mother. The ground you walk on, all the food you're provided, the mountains, everything is worshipped as divine incarnation of feminine, consciousness. In Vedas and Agamas, Hindu tradition not just gives equal right to women, it reveres, honors, and worships feminine consciousness. People wake up. Cosmos, not only you can go to nityanandapedia.org and you can find these links, these quotations. Cosmos not only reveres, celebrates, but worships feminine consciousness, feminine energy. Feminine expressive names are given for the Shakti energies. Nature, rivers, earth itself is called Bhuma Devi. In Hindu tradition, earth is not geography, it is biology, a living being and worshipped as female. Hindu tradition is the oldest tradition worshipping divine in Devi form. Hindu tradition has a separate sampradaya, Shakta Sampradaya, not to mention Yogini and Rudrakanya. Hindu tradition not only gives equal right to women, honors women, above all, it worships women. Vedas and Agamas repeat, wherever women are worshipped, all gods reside there with bliss and joy. Specifically, feminine worship. We all know about the Kumari tradition and the Kumari Puja tradition during Navaratri, and the long tradition of standing Kumaris in places such as Nepal. Tripura Upanishad elaborates Shakta Sampradaya connects with cosmos in female form. It is established as a spiritual tradition and science. Hinduism is the oldest feminine consciousness celebrating and worshipping tradition. Vedas, Upanishads, Tantras, Nigamas, Agamas, Puranas, everywhere, Hinduism reveres, respects, honors, and above all, worships women, worships female consciousness, worships feminine energy. Paramashiva and Paramashiva Shakti is the same one being manifesting in two forms for you to relate with. It's one being in two forms. We've all seen the deities combined of Shiva and Parvati sitting together as Shiva reveals the truths of the cosmos to Devi herself directly. It's just Paramashiva and Paramashiva Shakti, the same one being manifesting in two forms for you to relate with. In addition to our knowledge of Ardhanishwara, for example. In some religions, when they get inspired, they start converting others. In some religions, when they get inspired, they start practicing terrorism. In Hinduism, if they get inspired, they start meditating to achieve enlightenment. A terrible piece of news having to cover this month, and obviously not the only devastating news happening to Hindus on a daily basis. This is just the tip of the iceberg of what we even find out about, let alone actually even talk about or share. And so this is the condition, and what Apoorva Ma is telling about here is she's telling her experience and what she had to go through to come to the space that she's come to now. So healing, blessings, wishes for Apoorva and all Hindus everywhere. And Hindus, it's up to you to take responsibility. Don't blame anyone else for this. It's up to you to take care of your ecosystems, and it's up to you to take care of Hindus and make sure you're living Hinduism. Make sure you're living the world's oldest and only ancient enlightenment civilization. It's up to you. Don't blame anyone else. You're having anger, then use the yogic techniques to deal with that anger. That's what the science of chakras is for. That's what yoga, pranayama is for. How can you manifest the powers of your consciousness to make your society enlightened and supportive of everyone and non-violent? That's what Hinduism is for. So you can't blame anyone else. Our negligence is no one else's but our own criminal negligence. The criminal negligent Hindus don't bother looking to blame anyone else for any of this. So if you want to learn more about how to live the lifestyle of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, send a message. You can also fill the volunteer form. You can join and have the experiences immediately for yourself. And this is what is the only need for Sanatana Hindu Dharma for Hindus, is to live Hinduism. There was never anything more ever needed but for Hindus to live as Hindus.